believe the level of psychological warfare we are witnessing right now. The ongoing legal and personal battle between Bill Hamilton and his former protege, Mike Davis, has officially reached a boiling point, and the collateral damage is spreading fast. If you thought the courtroom drama was intense before, you have no idea what is brewing behind closed doors. At the center of this massive, suffocating dilemma is none other than Dr. Madison Montgomery. She is brilliant. She is dedicated. But right now, she is trapped in a terrifying game of cat and mouse between two of the most ruthless, ambitious, and deceitful men in town. And let me tell you, I am absolutely here for every single second of this twisted narrative. Let's set the stage and be real for a second. Madison is currently facing a career-ending medical malpractice lawsuit. We all know she is a phenomenal doctor, but that ridiculous situation with Hazel's blog and the holistic medicine disaster has left a dark, heavy cloud hanging over her medical license. She is vulnerable. She is desperate to clear her name, and Mike Davis knows it. Mike is a shark. He smells blood in the water, and he is circling his prey. In a highly secretive, off-the-books meeting, Mike corners Madison and slides a devilish deal across the table. He tells her that all she has to do is testify on the record that Bill Hamilton is showing undeniable signs of cognitive decline. If she throws Bill under the bus and confirms his mental deterioration, Mike promises to use his vast network of shady, high-powered connections to completely erase her malpractice charge. Just like that, poof, her career is saved. Are you kidding me with this guy? Mike is playing dirty, and I actually love to hate him. He knows that if Madison, Bill's own doctor, testifies to his cognitive decline, Mike will easily win his lawsuit and completely take over the Hamilton law. It is a masterclass in manipulation. Mike is exploiting Madison's deepest fears to destroy his former boss. He's asking a sworn medical professional to compromise her ethics, her morals, and her entire identity to save her own. For a second, you almost want Madison to take the deal just to get that ridiculous malpractice suit off her back, but we all know the devastating consequences that would have for Bill and his legacy. But hold on, because the plot thickens in the most spectacular way. Bill Hamilton is not a man who goes down without a fight. He is a legacy character, an arrogant lion who refuses to be dethroned. Bill pulls Madison aside and gives her a completely conflicting narrative. According to Bill, he is perfectly fine, and his recent physical and mental stumbles are not. Bill firmly insists that Mike Davis is intentionally manipulating his medical lab results to make him look incompetent and unfit to run the firm. And who does Bill point the finger at? None other than Grayson Perez. That is right, folks. Bill is convinced that Mike has gotten to Grayson, who works at the Garland Memorial Laboratory. Bill argues that Mike is paying or blackmailing Grayson to alter Bill's blood work and toxicology report. Now, I have to admit, from Bill's perspective, this theory actually makes a twisted kind of sense. We all know Grayson has a dark history. He was desperately strapped for cash to pay for his mother's nursing home, which led him straight into the dangerous underworld of the red market and the plasma. Grayson has proven that he will bend the rules when his back is against the wall. Bill is weaponizing Grayson's past mistakes to build a conspiracy theory that Mike is tampering with his medical. It is brilliant soap opera logic, but is it the truth? I firmly believe that Grayson is trying to turn his life around, especially now that he has reconciled with Ashley Morgan. I highly doubt Grayson would risk his freedom and his relationship just to help Mike Davis steal a law. But Bill is desperate. Bill's hands are shaking. He is collapsing in his office. He is suffering from unexplained heart attacks, and his massive ego simply cannot process the idea that his body is failing him. So he creates a villain. He creates a conspiracy. Bill is demanding that Madison ignore the test results, ignore his physical deterioration, and side with him against Mike. So here is Dr. Madison Montgomery standing at the crossroads of her entire life. On her left is Mike Davis, offering her a golden ticket out of a career-ending lawsuit if she lies and says Bill is losing. On her right is Bill Hamilton, a powerful patriarch demanding she cover up his failing health and accuse Mike and Grayson of medical fraud. Madison is receiving completely conflicting information from two bitter rivals who are both lying through their teeth to protect their own selfish ambitions. She is paralyzed. Her career, her reputation, and her future are entirely in the hands of these deceitful men. But here is the kicker, and this is why Madison is one of the smartest characters on Beyond the Gates right now. While Mike and Bill are busy tearing each other apart, Madison starts to look at the bigger picture. She is a scientist. She observes, and what does she notice? She notices the absolute menace that is Haley Hamilton. Madison realizes that every single time Bill has a mysterious physical breakdown, Haley is hovering right there. Every time Mike and Bill have a shady, hushed conversation, Haley is lurking in the shadows, listening in. Madison starts to connect the dots. She remembers the green smoothies Haley forces down Bill's throat under the guise of a health intervention. She remembers Haley's bizarre fake tears and her desperate attempts to isolate Bill from his daughters, Naomi and Chelsea. Madison's medical brain kicks into overdrive, and she begins to suspect that neither Mike nor Bill actually knows the real truth. This is the ultimate plot twist. Madison is starting to suspect that Bill's cognitive decline and physical collapses aren't natural, and they aren't being faked by Grayson in a lab. They are being actively caused by Haley. We, the audience, know that Haley and her cousin Randy Parker have been slowly poisoning Bill to trigger a fatal heart attack or stroke so she can collect his $10 million life insurance policy and run off to St. Bay. Bart. But nobody in Fairmont Crest has been able to prove it. Until now, Madison is standing on the precipice of uncovering the biggest, deadliest secret in town. She realizes that Mike is unwittingly capitalizing on Haley's murder. Mike thinks Bill is just getting old and weak, so he wants Madison to document. Bill thinks Mike is fabricating the weak. Neither of these arrogant alpha males realizes that the real threat is the young, beautiful wife sleeping in Bill's bed. I have to say, the irony of Bill's situation is absolutely delicious. I have been so frustrated with Bill lately. He is so obsessed with his lingering, toxic feelings for his ex-wife, Danny Dupree, and so consumed by his legal war with Mike Davis that he is completely blind to the Black Widow spinning a web right in his own home. Bill is a brilliant lawyer, but his arrogance is his fatal flaw. He is defending Haley against the accusations of his own daughters, Chelsea and Naomi, while Haley is literally handing him a poisoned chalice every single morning. It is tragic, it is frustrating, and it is phenomenal television. Now, Madison has to make a choice, and the clock is ticking. The next deposition is looming over her head like an executioner's blade. If she takes Mike's deal, she saves her medical license, but she effectively hands the law firm over to a villain and allows Haley to get away with attempted murder. If she sides with Bill, she risks losing her career to the malpractice suit and enables Bill's dangerous denial about his failing. What is she going to do? Let's theorize for a moment, because this is where the drama is going to. I predict that Madison is not going to play by either man's rule. Madison is deeply connected to Chelsea Hamilton. They have shared romantic, intimate moments, and Madison cares about Chelsea's. I strongly believe Madison is going to take her suspicions about Haley straight to Chelsea and Naomi. The Dupree cousins have already been investigating Haley's shady connection to Randy Parker and the disappearance of Lynette White. If Madison brings them medical proof, perhaps by running a secret, off-the-books toxicology screen on Bill's blood, without Grayson or Mike knowing, they will finally have the smoking gun they need to take Haley down. Imagine the sheer panic on Haley's face when she realizes the good doctor has outsmarted her. Haley thinks she is a criminal mastermind, but she is getting sloppy. She is too eager, too desperate for that payout. And Mike Davis? Oh, I cannot wait to see the look on his smug face when he realizes his entire blackmail scheme is useless because the narrative has completely flipped. Madison holds all the power right. Her decision will dictate the future of Garland Memorial, the Hamilton law firm, and the entire Dupree-Hamilton family dynamic. Will she crumble under the immense pressure and take the easy way out with Mike? Or will she risk everything, stand her ground, and expose the terrifying truth that a wife is actively trying to murder her husband in broad daylight? This storyline is giving us everything we want from a daytime soap: high stakes, blackmail, medical mysteries, and a ticking clock. I am on the edge of my seat, and I know you guys. Let me know in the comments below what you think Madison will do. Will she sell her soul to Mike Davis, or will she team up with Chelsea to expose Haley's lethal green smoothie?